Hi, Genevieve. The end of the month would be fine. Willem has been playing guitar now for 5 months. The reason I mention this is as follows. He asked me about my marriage to you recently, and after I gave some sort of answer, it spurred him to write songs about the basic theme of Genevieve dumped Terry because he's a big buffoon. And it goes on from there saying that I'm a loser or a jerk, and that you're so cool. I am so proud of him. The other funny thing he mentioned was that he would like to meet you. When I asked him why, he said he would like to know what his mother would have been like if we hadn't divorced. I then had to give a basic birds and bees talk explaining that he would not have existed to meet you under those circumstances, and he would not have simply popped out of you with the same genetic makeup. I did tell him that he was half right in his notion because women are only here to serve as men and are merely receptacles for the baby. Only kidding. My love, Terry. Howdy back. Glad to hear from you. Would like to see you and hear how biz is going. I'm pretty much ready to figure out my next move into the thing we call the design world. Had a great summer, went to Italy, bought a ton of ceramics. Sold a lot and kept others. I've made such good money in the mid-century market that it's been hard to give up that passion. What I'd like to do is make half of my money in antiques and the other half in design. Call me or email me back on a time and day to get together. Love, Terry. Dear one, we should go out for dinner, talk, have fun. We are both in some sort of denial. Every time I visited your class to have a little fun with you, there was romance. Not sex, but romance. Being number one is not about time spent. It's about what your heart and mind tells you. You have written me so many times that I know we were first in each other's lives, even apart. I do not want to cause you heartache. Please look inside yourself and let me know. I will always be there with you. I believe my thoughts scare you a bit, and I don't want that to be the case. When are you in the city? We can talk then and have one kiss. Terry. Genevieve, it would be really nice to spend time with you at your country home. It looks beautiful. I think we could have a lot of fun. I know card tricks and have become very good at playing Scrabble, as well as clearing dishes from the dining room table. When there, believe it or not, you will see that there's nothing up my sleeves, and yet I will pull a quarter right out of your ear. I have been told that these are all very desirable traits in a man for a woman. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Love, Terry. Okay, I will see you in June. Either day. I have your cell number and will call. I will try to pull $1 million out of your ear, but I must warn you about the potential side effects. It takes so much force and strength to pull such a large sum from a woman's ear that sometimes their breasts will be pushed to their back. This is irreversible damage, and most people will not be able to tell if you're entering or leaving a room. Your call on the million. See you in June. Love, Terry.
No barking.
Genevieve, our new relationship is whatever it turns out to be. No pressure on any of these fronts. I won't pressure you into anything you wouldn't want from me. I'm not very smart, but all I want to see is where we go. Does that make sense? I'm rather thick. Love, Terry.
I think I lost her.
Just looked at my email and saw your message. We'll call tomorrow. My politically incorrect joke was when you responded by saying, "My note gave you a little bounce in your step." My email back was that your note gave me a little bounce in my pants. Yes, I'm still immature. Terry. Everything you said is a possibility. I'm scared too. I know that doesn't really help, but we can be freaked out together. You might find you have nothing in common with me anymore. Who knows? Love is love, though. We will meet, hopefully be semi-relaxed, have a good time. Say it was nice to meet you. Would you call me again? Or no, I'm washing my hair that night. I'm just as freaked out as you. Love, Terry. Genevieve, all I know is I look forward to seeing you next week. Exhilarating and scary at the same time. Terry. Our chat. It hurt and was sublime at the same time. Probably the way it had to be. I'm sorry for all the wrong I did to you. I hope you believe me. I love you. Terry. Okay, this is too wet. I gotta start again. Put this down a little bit. My memory of your dad was that when we arrived to his house, it was announced that we would have separate bedrooms because we were not married. We also decided not to try to sneak a fuck in because I feared your father would take a shotgun and blow off my penis if we got caught. Probably as a punishment for not being an Anglo-Saxon Protestant. He made me hack out ducks that had frozen in the pond overnight because of the temperature drop. After a painful weekend of two young lustful people not being allowed to hold hands, on our way home to Boston, somewhere in Connecticut, you looked at me and I looked at you. No words were spoken by either of us, but we knew what the other was thinking. With that, you madly swerved off the highway into an embankment. I was already erect. You undressed me and fucked me madly. We zipped up without saying a word and headed into Boston. Terry. Hey.
Hi there. Oopsies.
This is Lisa
Hi,
Marie.
Steven. Hi. I'll get out of your way. See the rest of it. Oh, he's cute.
That's cute. Come on, are you excited? Dear Genevieve,
You know what?
I'm sorry if you took my email the wrong way. I love you. I was typing it with 3 poodles who needed to go outside to poop and pee, and I had to get to the dreaded dentist. We're in love. We can't help it. We are sensitive to things that are sometimes not there, or far less dramatic than we view them. You are beautiful, and I want you in any form I can have you. Love, Terry. Oh, you brought your own drinks.
Oh, I drank all my water on the bus, and I have company, like a Dominican lady next to me. She was so cute. And
Don't you go chasing around. Leave her alone. I can do both of those things. What's the pay? Do I get to work closely with you? Will you be wearing the right jeans? If the weekly meetings go beyond 11 p.m., do we get to make out? I'm not sure I agree with the philosophy of either, but I decided the phrasing and cadence in number 1 is my favorite. Just so you know how fucked up and scared I was in the beginning of our relationship, I was positive that you were too beautiful and wonderful for me, and that you would break my heart and find someone else to be with sooner or later. That made me protect myself and get a little closed off. What fragile minds think. Terry.
you can be there. I'll do this. I'll do this. You.
Hey kiddo, come back over here. If he's bothering you, let me know. I know you're not fond of dogs.
Well, Dana and Jane have Tahoe. They got him for the kid. He's going to be 12 next month.
Wow.
And he's beautiful black, sort of collie mix. And I'm so much more used to dogs because they have him.
Ah, so it's been easier for you.
Yeah. It was funny. There was a time when Nina wasn't fond of dogs. Now she loves them. She'd
I
rather
guess
get
they
a
grow
dog
on you
than a
after
cat.
a while, right? Very ladylike opening. I worry about Willem in a broken home. I've never been scared of the unknown personally. I'm scared of the unknown of Willem's feelings. I don't like my life being summed up in a verse from a Neil Young song, although I like the song a lot. If there was no Willem, I would have long been on my own. You don't abandon a stray dog. I think you don't abandon a newborn or a 3-year-old either. Love, Terry. The orange dress that I never wear.
You painting an orange dress?
I am. I'm painting orange decor on it. I don't know what they are, but...
Do you have an orange dress and you don't wear it?
Remember this story about the orange dress?
I think so, yeah.
It was in high school, this guy invited me to watch him get an award, a
Nice.
sports award.
Oh.
And I was waitressing at the time and not making much money and, paying my own food and all that. Anyway, I spent way too much money on a dress and I looked hard, but the only thing I could really find was this orange dress with these big pumpkin sleeves. It was actually a 2-piece, like a...
I was going to
button-down
write
thing
you
with
something
pumpkin sleeves and a
serious.
skirt.
It was something like,
And I had
I'm
an
excited to see you, and
armadillo
it'll be hard
handbag
not to
that
touch
my
you. But then this
stepfather
thought came to mind.
brought back
Pick one.
from Mexico.
Number 1, it will be
for
hard
me
not to touch you.
from his honeymoon with
Or
my mom.
number 2, it will
So
be
I
hard
wore
if
the
I do
orange
touch
dress
you.
with the armadillo handbag.
I'm really
and
very
the guy
mature, huh,
wouldn't even
Terry?
acknowledge me. He sat way on the other side.
Oh, man.
I don't think we ever talked after that. And to get to one of those things was a huge thing for me because I lived way out in the middle of nowhere, so I had to get my parents to bring me. So the whole thing was a complete disaster. And ever since, I've been averse to wearing orange.
Sounds like a real empathetic soul because you wore an orange dress.
Well, I guess I stood out a bit, I guess. I mean, I don't know, it's high school. I mean,
Yeah, high school. And if you're not interchangeable or nearly so with everyone else, then yeah.
I think interchangeable is exactly the term.
Yeah.
I think patterns everywhere. Dog is getting patterns. What kind of patterns should he have? Stripes, right?
Probably.
It was truly a wonderful evening last night. I'm thinking about a lot of things. You have become a wonderful person, very interesting and smart. I miss you already. I will call soon. I'm very tired today, or I would have written this note much earlier. If this was a first date, I probably would have tried to score.
So how was
Another
the trip,
immature
okay?
joke.
Oh yeah.
But kissing you was very nice.
Just
Love, Terry.
left on time, arrived on time.
That's what's great about buses,
Yeah.
They really keep a schedule. I guess they really have to, but they actually really do.
Yeah, I know trains can be delayed. There's more room on a train than but
Yeah, why is it that buses keep a good schedule and trains can get delayed? Airplanes can get delayed.
oh yeah. Planes, everything I read. I haven't been on a plane for a while.
Well, my trip was uneventful, thank God.
That's good.
But I packed so that I could, if I had to stay overnight somewhere, I could.
Hi.
But then they
I hope
wanted
you
to
found
take
my
that suitcase
auctions.
away from me, so they
Tomorrow I will take Willem to a fencing
and I
tournament.
got packed
We will
with the
get
general
together
luggage.
soon and learn more
After all,
about the times that have
it kinda was
passed.
all right because
Miss
I
you
don't have to do
intensely.
it
Love, Terry.
on the plane. I don't have to lift it up and put it in the luggage. It's heavy, so.
When Nina said it took all day to get there.
Oh, 17 hours.
Down to San Miguel.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a long trip. Okay, so pink with red stripes.
That might be vibrant.
It should be vibrant, right?
Hi, Genevieve. Willem did very well, finishing 5th place out of 25. He should have finished 3rd or 2nd, but he was off game. And this was just practice for the Summer Nationals, which rank you in terms of world rankings. This will be his first huge tournament, and it is in Atlanta on July 2nd. His coach thinks he can be anywhere between top 32 or top 8 in the world, depending on the nervous factor. Unfortunately, my answer to your question is short as well. My feelings for Willem are separate from my feelings for Susan at this point. I'm together with her only because of Willem. I know that sounds hard to believe, but look how many times divorces with kids happen, even to you growing up. I have pride that I'm at least a man who doesn't run away from responsibility like so many do. Are you around tomorrow evening, and what time? I might have a client dinner, but if I can squirm out of it or it's canceled, would you like to meet up? Let me know your schedule. Love, Terry.
What you doing? What are you doing? Oh, going with the beans. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have a couple of them. I haven't sent yet, but I'm gonna try to resend. Oh. Oh, I won't do it then. I won't do it. I can always. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Correct. Well, did you get my text where I said everything's nice here the other day?
Hi, Genevieve. I've been really busy. I apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of fights with Susan. Very unpleasant. I have auctions all weekend, and they are taking up my time. We will get together soon. Love you madly, Terry.
So what was funny was the old boys and I didn't have anything. I've had a Diet Coke. No. Um, oh, well, with that bus. But yet it was timely. So,
Love how you write, and like most of the thinking. I think our relationship is gray, and I leave every encounter with you open. I have no expectations except to hold you. Terry.
exactly. If I knew that she was paid just know.
Lisa, I can't believe you don't want to go to TJ.
I
You love TJ.
Oh, I do.
And?
Well, if I bought a lot of stuff, I'd have to take it back on the
But
bus.
don't buy anything.
Well, there's that, yeah. There's that, yeah. Do you wanna go to it? Cause we could go to the one, like, the Columbus one, or,
Yeah.
you know, that way.
Columbus one.
Cause when, Yeah,
We have plenty of time, don't we?
probably.
Of course, sweetie. I would do a lot more for you than just this. My only regret is that we lose time talking about whatever because of the movie. But I like him too. So I am here, there for you as I always was. We just didn't know it until now. Lyrics by Arthur Lee that I've always associated you with. Verse 1. I'll be with you, my love, if you say you want me, ooh. Anything you want, I'll try to get it for you. Verse 2. I'll be with you, my love, in case you have forgotten, ooh. And in Manhattan, I'll be walking down Broadway with you. Bridge. And if it's crowded there, you might see me anywhere. I've got time. I'll be with you, my love, if you say you want me, ooh. Anything you want, I'll try to get it for you. Been really busy, really thinking about you, really want you. How long is your meeting on Wednesday? Love, Terry. Life is complicated, just the way I feel and always did. Did not shut you out purposefully. I thought you might find someone else and would be happier than you were with me. I guess I was really wrong. And I guess you can never forgive me for something I did not do intentionally. Love, Terry. Hi, I'm on some impossible deadlines, and it looks like we will celebrate next Wednesday. Read all the stories you sent me, and it made me kind of sad. But we can discuss my thoughts and feelings in a week. Love, as always, Terry. Dear Genevieve, I haven't called because I truly have not had the chance. Work has been busy with 12-hour days, life at home hectic with Willem out of school, and our hours of work and sleep are very different. I have basically shut off my cell phone during the day to get work done and only turn it on at about 10 at night to hear messages. Also, it's hard for me to talk at different times that are obvious. My office space is not private, and I can't really hold a personal conversation. If I'm out with Willem, that's also difficult. My life is more complicated than you might realize, and you have also wanted me to be careful about proceeding with our plans. I do love talking with you, but sometimes I can't do what I love to do. This is one of those times. I hope you can understand this. Love, Terry.
I like to have it too. Let me see.
Hi. I had a great time last night. I'm fine with the money. I gave you $1,000, so I can send you a check for $8,000 to PA. Just give me your address and I will mail it out to you ASAP. The only bad thing about last night was that the lobster in my salad was off, so I'm feeling really shitty right now. And I can't go home because of a deadline. Send me your address and I will get the check out to you. Love, Terry. I can hang out for a bit, but not see a movie. Too many loose ends going on that I need to attend to. But would like to get a drink. Tea. Sounds good. Are you going to be there on time? Room number, please? I'm showing up in a cute cheerleader's outfit. It's one of my fantasies. I hope you don't mind. Your job is to tell me that I haven't been very good at the cheers for the high school football team, and I have to be punished. Love you, Terry. Hi, Genevieve. I'm sick with the flu today, but I wanted to clarify one thing. Whether ditzy is the right word or not, I think you're taking it in a way I didn't mean. I really meant that I think you see things differently than most other people. This is actually wonderful, but can cause problems. I also see things differently than most of the world. It has served me well in a lot of ways, but it has also hurt me by not understanding certain types of human behavior. I think most people are honorable. They're not. I think you suffer from that too. I could write more on it, but I have a fever and need to go back to sleep. Something I bet you're doing right now. With all my love and my own ditziness, Terry. My only real love, of course I love you, never stopped. So many things got in the way at the time. You were always on my mind. I do want to see you soon, and we'll figure out when I can. Love, 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 Terry. Hey, you really know how to sweet-talk a guy. If you want to get laid, just speak in Yiddish, the language of love. I don't know if I can do it, but I will try depending on time and day. Let me know. Love, Moisha. Dale is taking her up to Massachusetts for June, July, and August. So I will take care of May. Not a big deal. In terms of getting together, here is my schedule. I want to see you, but not in a class situation. Frankly, teaching is not something I want to do extra labor on. I still teach to the best of my ability, but basically I do it for the health insurance at this point. With everything else going on in my life, it's not a top priority. I will gladly see you on an evening you don't teach so that we can talk rather than tell some snot-nosed kid his kerning is bad. If you can figure that out for us, I'm up for it. I have only guest lectured for you because I love you, but other than that, I have no reason to. So if you can compromise your schedule, that would be good. Let me know. Terry. Hey, Jen. I have unfortunately gotten the flu, not the swine flu, and have to cancel dinner. I'm really sick and the fever has given me a migraine. I was really looking forward to this, but it will have to be rescheduled. Also, I don't want to expose Richard to this considering he really can't afford to get sick. See you soon, Terry. Really nice seeing you. Things are always iffy with Susan. Beautiful home. You did a great job. Please do not write these types of emails. We can talk in person on Wednesdays this fall or at my mother's. Text me instead as well. I don't need Susan to see this by accident. See you soon. XOT. I don't know what to say about her chances of surviving the summer. I prepared myself for a day from now to 2 years from now. One thing that is happening is that she's getting nasty and not editing herself. Susan, me, and Blaze went to have dinner with her last Sunday, and in the middle of dinner, she lays into Blaze and tells her what an awful person she is because she won't have a relationship with her mother, who has only been good to her, and she's never appreciated anything that Dale has done for her. Then she tells Blaze that she knows that Blaze thinks her father is great, but in fact he is an awful person. It went on and got uglier and uglier. The interesting thing is that all the points Rose made about Dale being a good parent were about money Dale spent on Blaze, like her private high school, things bought for her, etc. Not one soulful, emotional, or example of giving love. It was really despicable. I think Rose is looking at death, and this bitter, unedited part is even more pronounced than it has been. I will tell you something you probably won't believe, but I can explain the origin sometime when I see you. Under her very charming, funny, caring facade is actually a mean woman. She has been happy all of her life and is very jealous of what other people have and how she comes off to them. The Rose you know is the facade. I will give you one example, then I have to go to sleep. She complains that I don't visit her enough, but the truth is, she would hate it if I visited her a lot. She would not find it fun or entertaining to have me come over very often. However, she would put up with it because it would allow her to be able to say to her friends what a dedicated, dutiful son she has. Her life has been based on appearance. You should see her when she gets back from Massachusetts, and don't let my knowledge about my mother influence you in any way. Your relationship with her is your relationship. But do not be surprised if you do see flashes of it. It is the reality of mortality seen close up. And your Puni, have your student email me and we'll work out a pickup time. As you can see, my mom is low on my list of things to do right now, so it's good she's getting away. XOT.
Seal.
Okay, get to the Manhattan Bridge and cross it.
Sealy.
You will be on Flatbush Avenue.
Hey.
Go straight on Flatbush until you hit a large intersection, which is Lafayette Avenue. You can see the BAM sign lit up at that intersection. Make a left. Go for quite a ways until you get to Lafayette and Nostrand Avenue. Make a right to get on Nostrand Avenue. Go straight a few blocks and you will come to Nostrand and Clifton Place. Make a right on Clifton Place and we are the last house on the left. Let me know if this makes sense. It really is easier than it reads. TRK.
Hey, you did a good job. You can stop now.
Hey Jen, couldn't do this now. I have way too much on my plate. Plus, I could not go on this food regimen because of my Parkinson's. There are too many foods or supplements that have an adverse effect on Parkinson's medications. My neurologist would absolutely frown on something like this. Simply too risky.
For instance, I can no longer have red wine or aged cheese because either makes my meds ineffective. My Parkinson's has not gotten worse in 2 years, so I can't tamper with new theories, even though they are fine for other people. The one thing you can help me with is Richard Wilde called me, and I'm taking over a sophomore introduction to typography. The class is this Wednesday, and I was wondering what type of assignments you know work for the novice. If you know of any other teacher's assignments I could riff off of to make my own, could you email them to me, because I'm somewhat at a loss at what is too simple and what would be too difficult. Help! I gotta run, but I do want to chat with you sometime soon. XOOXOXO Terry. I'm doing okay, feeling my way with the kids who don't know anything, but I think it will be fun. Now I am not teaching type, I'm teaching design, which is the hocus-pocus Frank Young type deal. I was let go by SVA. It's a long story that I will tell you when I see you. I have a senior TA who is great and is helping me stay together. The one thing I need from you, because I'm swamped, is a portfolio class continuing education description for the January catalog. Richard needs it by Monday, so if you can shoot something over to me, I'll just use it as a starting point for my own thing. Appreciated. What nights are you teaching continuing ed? Richard said I can pick the night, so it's my new pickup line for you. But let's teach the same night, you think? XO Terry. So pretty, right? And such a mess. Holy shit. We are trying to do our best with this issue. She needs to get a sample over to the doctor, but she hasn't done it yet. The new caregiver seems terrific and probably will get her healthier. I tell her everything I think she should do, and then I have to put it in her hands. She's very cagey and manipulative to the point where it's really not obvious at all. She knows what she should do, but if she doesn't want to do it, she figures out how to get around you. It took me days, weeks of arguing to get a professional caregiver in. I won that one. My true feeling at this point is that she has been treated for UTI countless times, but if you're peeing all the time into a diaper, it's an uphill battle. I think she should have medication for it, but I'm thinking broader. My hope is she lives only to the point where she's not in pain and still recognizes us. That's the real goal in my mind. If it's 6 months or 2 years, it doesn't matter. I do not want her to live beyond what is sensible. I'm only looking at the big picture at this point. XOT. Very, very busy. Will write more later. Rose is fine. I don't read articles on Parkinson's. I heard on NPR one morning that studies show that people who have Parkinson's and are constantly reading about it get worse faster than those like me who just go day by day. I've taken that approach since I found out 4 years ago that I had it. I did not hear of this study until about a month ago. I wake up, I feel good, that's what matters. XOT. Hi. There are things we need to talk about. How you are, how we are, and to prepare for my mom's passing, which I would like to get a united front together to combat my sister, who will make all our lives a nightmare. And lots else. I hurt my back and have gone to doctors and it still isn't healing. Yet. I'm setting up a mini gym in the basement to get in shape and get strong. I do not like the idea of getting frail. I'm a fucking boxer and can take the hits, or want to be able to. I miss you very much and was hoping to see Rose when you were there. Can we arrange that? Anyway, I had a mediocre auction on 5 pieces yesterday. It would have been a disaster if the last lot, a dining room table, did poorly, but it went for $10,000 and I paid $1,200, so that made up for the rest. Maybe late tonight. XOXOXOXOT. I think it's at your convenience. If you give me options on days you are in the city and available, I'll make it work. We should talk about my mom's ashes and about how to deal with it all. I'm in a rush today, so I'll call when things slow down. Should be midweek next week. Think about the days you'll be available. You will not believe this. I got infectious pneumonia. I cannot go out or meet with people because I'm highly infectious. Plus, I feel like shit. I'm going to sleep right now, trying to get my energy back. T. Not to worry. I'm doing fine. I've never been better. I just contagious from the pneumonia. Plus your emails, cell calls, etc. all go to my junk or not in your contact list file, so I don't always know when you're trying to communicate. But I'm here, and things are swell. I did have a fever of 104.3. What is your schedule as of now? I'm busy with financials right now, all kinds of crazy shit, including stolen credit cards. T. You could come over to my house and visit. You're right near the airport as well. I think that's the best I can do under the circumstances. I understand. It's your choice. I wanted to give you some choice, but at some point, after you settle back in, we can talk to each other via phone. I look forward to talking. I need a letter from you. Please call, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hey, Jen. Yes, please write it up. You mentioned you had photos. If you do, can you please make JPEGs of the ones is giving me $1 million? Talk soon, T. I'd like to get together and catch up. You're welcome here. We can meet somewhere. It might be fun for you to see this place. Or do both. Come over, go out. Anyway, I think you're rising. That can be planned better in the near future. My shit will clear up by the end of this week, so we'll just figure out when and where. So think about where you'd like to meet if you'd like to see the house is really getting nutty. So give some options, and we'll figure out which is the best for both of us, okay?
Maybe. Don't say anything to anybody because I'm not dying. But I have to take very strong medicines, and I have a shot, and I love you, and I haven't checked him every 2 weeks, and the shot glass piece, $thousands per shot. Do not feel sad for me because I'm alive. Probably will be alive for 5 to 10 more years, but it's drying out my bone marrow, which of course is the problem. But they have medicine for it, but it means going to the hospital probably once to twice a week for some sort of shot tests to see where my levels are. Iron white count is a mess. But again, I must emphasize, do not say a word to anyone. I don't need sympathy, and I'm probably 10 years left on my life, which is all I need, and brings me to 78 years old. That's just fine. No real side effects. I gotta get going on my side. I have a room you can see, you're traditional, so I would jump out of, which is incorrect. But I need my own site. So from when I don't have a doctor's appointment, you're welcome to come visit me. I would really like the skinny. TK. I'm in the hospital today. Ifs. Do you to have you come over later today and pick up a chair? Morning, it convenient. How do you want to work this? It's a bone marrow extraction, which is really painful. Single deep into the leg, and then hit the bone and get some shit out of them. Then I have to go and get blood. It's grueling. Terry. Not really. It just shows you where you are in the life versus death arena. I can live in a little and maybe even 15 years, so I'm not feeling too bad. This is it. I need to take all these pills and intravenous blood in it. I feel very fortunate. If I can afford it, I'd love to. I'll probably blow Wishing Dish and one because I've been till because they will return to Apple. They make sure some really solid piece of equipment when they send it out again. You know, might have a little scratch on it. Who cares? I will give you a little something every Friday and more if I can. If I could pay you a decent little wage, I'd be happy to do so, but for the next couple of months, it'll be something, but I'm a little broke myself. But I'll do better than just gas money. It will fluctuate in amount, but it will cover some of your expenses or partial payment for some of your expenses. But I do want to help you in any way I can. See you Friday. Thank you. See me enough time to rob a bank. I don't know if I can afford $3,000. My knee is very tight right now for me. I'd like to buy one for around $2,000 if possible, and one that just comes off the shelf. My money is very tight right now, and I'd rather find one for around $2,000 and off the shelf, not in custom setup. I am fat and very little money right now. It'll come later in the new year and things will be a little easier. I might have to wait months before I can afford a new computer, even a laptop. I talked to my friend Gordon, who knows a lot about computers, and he said he might come over Friday or Saturday and help me clean it out, and that would be great, because he really knows his shit. Not going to need any help this week because of Gordon's generosity. I'll talk to you this week, and we'll plan for the future. We've both been a little helter-skelter lately. I apologize for that.